Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. I want to let you guys know to not forget to subscribe, like, and hit your notification bell for all new posts. We're going to be diving in today with some glute and leg workouts I'm going to show you that I do from home that I feel are beneficial, and it has also been helping me shape and tone my butt. So my main focus for me is to shape my butt and tone it. I've already had a butt all my life. I just always never knew how to shape it properly. So now that I have been incorporating these different butt exercises targeting the glute specifically, these will be some good workouts for you guys if you're focused on the glutes as well as just defining out your legs naturally. I am not into bulking up, so this is not more so of gaining weight. This is more so of shaping the weight I already have, as well as incorporating a more healthier lifestyle so my life has more longevity, as well as this is something I feel that I want to just have a part of my life. I've struggled with weight for a long time, and I feel like now I finally found the shape I was looking for, the health lifestyle I was looking for, the foods that agree with me and don't agree with me. And if you guys want to know more about my nutrition and how I change my diet around, because a lot of people get conflicted thinking that I'm a vegan, but I'm really not a vegan. I really mainly focus on high protein, gluten free, and no beef or pork. And I definitely like to stay away from dairy. Now, when it comes to cheese, I always get the low lactose because I do not find that the vegetarian cheese is good. So I've tried it many times, tried to put seasoning on it. That's just a whole other topic. But when it comes to how I eat, that's basically how I prep my meals. I do eat chicken, I eat salmon, I like catfish, and I think that's pretty much, oh, and turkey. I eat turkey. That's pretty much all I eat when it comes to protein. Honestly, I don't really venture off with a lot of fish because a lot of fish is also not healthy. And I don't like shrimp or scallops or things like that. And that's something I had to learn along my nutrition journey. So if you guys want to know more about that, I will post videos talking a little bit more in depth about it and how I changed my eating habits and my lifestyle. But we're going to get more into the video. I'm going to be using dumbbells. You can use big or small dumbbells. Okay, you guys, it doesn't matter. I think if you're trying to bulk up on weight, you want to go bigger. But if you're like me, where I'm just trying to really shape and define the booty I already have, then I'm going to be using lower weights. As well as I will be getting knee surgery soon. So I definitely am going to be wearing these knee braces. You don't have to wear knee braces, but I think that for me is best so I don't mess up my knee more than it is. I'm going to be getting into the bench lunge, and that's the one I'm going to be doing. You can do this with a dumbbell or no dumbbell. I'm going to show you both ways. So you're going to start off with your foot forward. Put your foot on the bench. I try to align my ankle with the side of the bench right here. And then I'm going to make sure that my form is straight. And I typically look in the mirror to make sure I'm on point. And then now I'm going to go ahead and go down. Just like this. You want to keep your head forward. And you want to push off with that back of the heel of the this leg. Like that. That way it's really targeting right here. Because that's what you really are trying to work on is that back of the butt and that side. So just push up like this. And that really targets it. I had to take a quick second, you guys, but okay. Now, I'm going to be using the weight. You want to make sure that arm is forward, straight down. Also look at my form. Ooh, got a little off balance. I'm trying to catch my breath from the last rep. So, let's go. Down, up, down, up. Make sure you keep that head forward because if you move your head up and you go down, it works on the quad right here. And it also can be straining with the other quad as well. So definitely keep your head down and just come up like that. And then if you really plant your feet to the ground and push up off with that heel, your balance stays. Okay. And that's if you're trying to work that side glute area. And what the side glute area does is it gives you that that round part that you see from the side. Okay. And that's kind of what I like to work on because I have a butt. It was just always the shaping I didn't like. So I found these workouts to incorporate. Whew, yeah, you guys, I literally just had an episode, but I'm doing okay now. But I've never actually done a video of me actually recording myself talking as working out. Now I can definitely see why these girls be on the microphone, because at first I'm like, dang, to work out that hard, but it actually is very winded when you're trying to talk and work out and then focus on the form. Whew, and the next one, you guys, we're going to move on to the hip thrust. This one I'm going to be using a bigger weight. Reason why being is because I have more butt back here, and I'm really trying to make sure that when I'm hip thrusting that I'm targeting the shape and form of how I want my butt to look, basically. So we're going to get down, okay? Now, I typically like to make sure my legs are far apart like this, and I do that by just making sure my shoulders are even with the bench. Oh my goodness. My air conditioning literally just came on, which is a lifesaver for me, but I hope y'all can still hear me because I'm going to go through it. So what I typically like to do is go down, up, down, up, down, up. And if you can see in the mirror, I like to get as low as I can with my butt almost to the floor. That way it can really pull up. And then I use that back heel, like I said, because I'm trying to work the back of the booty and really lift it up. You always want to make sure you're pushing off the back of that heel, okay? Because that is what's really going to get it. Oh, yeah, see? And then when you push off the back of that heel, you can even go lower and really push up on that glute. That felt great. Okay, y'all, I wanted to show another way to hip thrust as well. This was another good one if you want to put a little bit of more tension to the butt, should I say, or target it more specifically. So you're going to go down. Of course, once again, you know how to get there. I'm going to take a second to breathe while I get down there. Okay. So now I usually keep my hands up like this and like look up to really focus. And then I'll go down and touch the floor and lift up and push up. And just do it. This really targets that butt. And when you come up, you want to come all the way in. All the way in. And still keep that balance with that weight. That really targets it, okay? Okay, guys, so we're going to be moving on to the next workout. The first one we did was a bitch lunge. The second one was the hip thrust. And this is called the goblet squat. Now, I typically do heavy weights when it comes to goblet squat because it helps more with balance and targeting. So with the goblet squat, you want your legs feet apart. You want, okay, you guys can see in the mirror. Make sure your feet are pointing outwards instead of inwards, because the reason why being is we're trying to target, I'm going to show you right here actually from this side, but we're trying to target right here, that right under that booty where you really want that pop to come. This is what goblet squat is going to do. So let me actually get toward the mirror for you guys. Now, I like to pay attention. So let's go down and then up, and I pull in. And the reason why I said the weight helps you balance is because you want that weight to come down to the ground like that. If you see how it's coming up and then going down, it helps you really target that bottom butt or that bottom part. Those ones, guys, you gotta really focus. But it's gonna get right here. Okay, guys, the next workout we're gonna be doing is called the RDLs. You can do this many ways. The first way I like to do this on the wall. I'll show you guys that next. But this other way, which is probably a little easier for most, is to make sure your feet is flat. This leg is flat. The dominant leg you'll be predominantly holding all your weight on. Make sure that's flat, and then you need to make sure that the left or right side has the heel up. That's the perfect way to say it. Now, what we're going to do is focus on going down and coming up and squeezing that glute up. Really focusing on tightening up. I take my time with these. I also find that alternating the kettlebell helps me focus more on balance. Okay? Now, another angle for you. Okay. Up, down. Make sure you bend at that knee. Don't keep it too straight, because then it'll really help you focus on right where you're trying to work it, which is right here. Okay, guys, next we'll be doing more so the standing donkey kick. You can do it on the ground, against the wall. I'll be doing it against a counter right now, and I'll be leaning more forward, and I'm using the resistant heavy band. And the reason why I'm leaning more forward is because I'm going to be really targeting the back of the booty at the bottom where the hamstrings are. So I'm going to just reach out and come in just like that, and then I like to go nice and slow to really target. And that's going to get right here. And then do the other side. Like I said, you guys can do this on the ground too. I just prefer it up because it's really helping my knee better than being on my knees doing it. Okay, so these workouts right here, I call the fire hydrants. You can, of course, do them on the floor. I'll be doing the standing ones. I like to place my arm on the wall like this, lean to the side, legs in a 90-degree angle, and lift. And just target. Ooh, typically I have a little more space than here. But you want to really focus on the hip adductors. That's why I lean more to the side, to really push out and focus on those. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you the side step. You can do it like this if you choose to, or you can do it standing up. I typically don't like to put a lot of strain on my knees, so I do it standing up. And I go back and forth with my hands on my hips. And this targets right here on the corners, and also it strengthens your knee. And I do this basically 20 on each side 3 times. And I'm going to tell you, this thing, it might look like it's easy, but man, it is definitely a resistance. And it really gives that roundness in the hips. So I definitely recommend these. And then you can also, I'll show you lower in a minute, but you can go lower too. So basically you can squat down like this and you can step over. Now I'm using more of a rubber band resistant band, so it rolls down, but it helps, you know. and you just focus. I'm kind of losing the resistant band. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it when it comes to the leg and glute workouts that I like to do to focus on defining as well as toning. I don't think this is really for a lot of weight loss or weight building. This is more for people who are trying to tone the shape that they have and they just want a little bit more definition, but they don't know how. And I feel like with these exercises, these really target the booty the best, as well as it targets your legs the best when it comes to not overpowering and overstraining your leg. Because sometimes when we look at these workout videos, some of these workout videos have a lot of workouts that can be straining and hard on the body, like a lot of twisting in the knee, a lot of jumping, and a lot of that stuff can be straining, especially if you're not always very athletic and you need just basic, I will call those, how can I call them? I will call them, because they're still intense workouts, but they're also more lenient. They're not very straining on the body, and it still does the same thing as if you were doing an intense twisting, jumping workout. I feel like these kind of workouts that I showed you really helped me. Shape and tone my body from where I began. If you looked at previous videos before where I showed like my arm, or if we look at pictures back in the day, because this has been a workout journey since last year. So there are videos and pictures of me from last year starting this journey, and then now I'm on more toward the defining and focusing and discipline aspect now, so I can share these tips with you guys because I finally found my regimen and my core workouts that I feel help my body define. And now I'm learning that working out at home has really honed in on me, as well as honed in on me personally always looking at myself, and then also it helps me hold me accountable, because sometimes working out from home is the hardest, especially when you have the option of not to. I think that it's best to find the best workouts that work for you. Definitely search other YouTubers, different people that work out. But I wanted to share this with you guys so you guys can have some tools that I use to define my body and shape it. And I do it all from home. So take care. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. And you guys be blessed.